career catfishing, why Gen Z is ghosting employers, and what it really means. In the evolving world of work, something quietly disruptive is happening: career catfishing. It's the unsettling experience of hiring someone who accepts a job and then disappears. No goodbye, no explanation, just silence. For many employers, this is frustrating and bewildering. But for some Gen Z workers, this disappearing act is more than a trend. It's a response to a workplace culture that feels outdated, performative, or disingenuous. Let's dive into the emotional, cultural, and systemic layers beneath this growing movement, because this isn't just about no-shows. It's about unmet needs, changing values, and a redefinition of what work should feel like. 1. Decision fatigue and commitment paralysis. We're living in an era of infinite choice and infinite pressure. Gen Z is the first generation raised with nearly unlimited access to opportunities, freelance gigs, remote roles, international contracts, startups, side hustles. On the surface, this seems like freedom. But beneath the surface lies anxiety, indecision, and fear of missing out. Many young adults find themselves saying yes too quickly, not necessarily because they're excited, but because they're overwhelmed. The job sounds okay. The pay seems decent. But once they've committed, doubt creeps in. What if this isn't the right fit? What if something better shows up tomorrow? Rather than face the uncomfortable task of withdrawing, they vanish. It's not maturity. It's emotional overload. And here's the key insight. Ghosting in this context is not malice. It's mental exhaustion, too. Gen Z has trust issues. And for good reason. Let's be honest, many Gen Zers have seen the cracks in the system early. They grew up during the 2008 financial crisis, watched their parents lose jobs, and entered adulthood during a pandemic that exposed how fragile traditional job security really is. They've been told that loyalty is rewarded, yet they've seen layoffs after years of service. They've witnessed overwork, burnout, and the dehumanizing grind of corporate life. So for them, the relationship between employee and employer is not about loyalty. It's about fairness, respect, and reciprocity. When they sense that a job offer is performative or that expectations aren't aligned, they're more likely to disengage. They don't want to be part of a system that might use them up and discard them. This is self-protection, not selfishness. 3. Ghosting mirrors a cultural shift in communication norms. Here's a truth we don't talk about enough. Gen Z is incredibly fluent in digital communication, but often lacks tools for emotionally mature dialogue. They are quick with emojis and memes, fluent in DMs and comments, but many haven't been taught how to navigate awkward professional conversations. Rejecting a job or withdrawing an acceptance feels intimidating, especially if they fear judgment, pressure, or disappointment. So they take the path of least resistance. They say nothing. To older generations, this feels disrespectful. But to many Gen Zers, silence feels safer. It's anxiety management, not arrogance. If we want better behavior, we need to model better conversations. Schools don't teach emotional intelligence. Workplaces rarely mentor new hires through those tough early choices. We must step in with compassion, not criticism. 4, meaning over money, the shift in work values. To Gen Z, a job isn't just a job. It's a reflection of their identity, purpose, and values. They want their work to matter, to feel aligned with who they are, not just pay the bills. This doesn't mean they're entitled. It means they're intentional. So if they accept a job and later realize it clashes with their mental health needs, their social conscience, or their work-life balance, they're more likely to opt out, sometimes without a word. Not because they don't care, but because they care too much to fake it. They're not job hoppers. They're alignment seekers, even if their approach still needs refinement. 5, the algorithmic seduction of better offers. Modern recruitment is a nonstop stream of LinkedIn messages, job board alerts, and "we loved your profile" emails. For Gen Z, job hunting doesn't end after they accept a position because the next opportunity is always one click away, and employers don't always respond quickly. Weeks may pass between interviews and offers, during which candidates receive multiple counteroffers, better packages, or more flexible roles. The result? They accept a job to secure a safety net, then vanish if something more appealing lands in their inbox. It's not fair, but it's the new reality of algorithm-driven career culture. Employers must understand we've created a system that constantly tempts people to keep their options open. The challenge is no longer just hiring, it's creating an experience that inspires people to stay. 6. The two-way street of ghosting. Let's not forget, employers were the original ghosters. For decades, companies have failed to respond after interviews, left candidates hanging, and ignored follow-ups. For many Gen Zers, ghosting back is seen as karma, a silent rebellion against the system that often lacked humanity. But this tit-for-tat approach hurts everyone. The real solution isn't finger-pointing. It's cultural repair. It's mutual respect, communication, and clearer expectations on both sides. Ghosting is a symptom of a broken hiring model, one that values transactions over relationships. It's time to change that narrative. 7. Mismatched expectations. A silent miscommunication. A major cause of career ghosting lies in the mismatch between what candidates expect and what employers deliver. A job might be marketed as flexible, but come with rigid hours. A company may promote mental health support, but normalize burnout. When Gen Zers start noticing the fine print, often after accepting the role, they feel trapped. Instead of addressing concerns head-on, many quietly withdraw. This isn't flakiness. It's disillusionment. What can employers do? Be radically honest from day one. Show the good, the challenging, and the real. Clarity is kindness. It builds trust and reduces post-offer regret. 8. Emotional safety, the real workplace currency. More than salaries or perks, Gen Z craves emotional safety, the feeling that they can be themselves without fear of judgment or punishment. If a candidate feels unsure, they should be able to express it. If they've changed their mind, they should be encouraged to say so respectfully. But this only happens in cultures where honesty is welcomed, not punished. Too many workplaces still rely on shame-based systems, blacklists, gossip, passive aggression. We must replace these with open dialogue, mentorship, and non-defensive feedback loops. This isn't about making everyone comfortable. It's about making integrity possible. 9. What employers can do to respond, not react. Instead of doubling down on rules and rigid contracts, here's what companies can do. Streamline the hiring process. Long wait times cause drop-offs. Be transparent. Clearly outline responsibilities, values, and culture. Offer soft landings. Let candidates know it's okay to change their mind early in the process. Create value beyond money. Highlight purpose, community, flexibility, and growth. Mentor, don't micromanage. Support new hires emotionally, especially in the first few weeks. People stay where they feel seen, respected, and supported. It's that simple. 10. A message to Gen Z. Your voice matters, so use it. To Gen Z job seekers, you have every right to seek fulfilling, balanced work, but ghosting without a word leaves confusion and hurt behind. Even a short message saying, "I've decided to go in another direction. Thank you for the opportunity," shows integrity. Every honest conversation you have strengthens not just your reputation, but the entire culture of work you're helping shape. You don't need to be perfect, just present. Final reflection. Ghosting isn't the villain. Disconnection is. Ghosting, career catfishing, disengagement. These are all signs of deeper disconnection. Disconnection from trust, from meaning, from open dialogue. But there's hope, because with every skipped email and every awkward silence lies an opportunity to rebuild a more human world of work. Let's teach courage and communication. Let's design jobs that feed souls, not just bank accounts. And let's remember, behind every hire is a person navigating their own fears, hopes, and dreams. And maybe, just maybe, the next time someone accepts a job, they'll show up with both feet and an open heart.